let's switch gears to technology.
It is a top priority for almost every health system CEO I've talked to. It is the thing they're thinking about.
Because it's new, it's scary, it's moving quickly, it's being deployed in healthcare in a variety of ways. I just think it's going to be a major storyline throughout the year in a way that self-care probably isn't.
But it starts to me with the data, and that I think the self-care is where that data is generated, and so I think that one might eke out the win here.
Red, Gen AI and care delivery, and black is expansion of self-care. Our first tie. Wow. I tend to agree that the fluency is there with self-care. The opportunity to embrace home diagnostics, home-driven care in all aspects of it, from symptoms to checking to all of the above, that the points that have been made. It feels like that is a much more aggressive stretch this year than what Gen AI is going to look like. So,
I think what's been proven is that as a standalone business, telehealth doesn't make sense. Telehealth is a channel to create value, and so it could be that you use telehealth and package it like Hims or Hers to sell pharmaceuticals.
I feel like it comes up every year, and as everybody wants to make decisions, and there's fire standards and things like that'll increase interoperability. I just don't think we still know what to use the data for, or how it gets used most effectively. And so I think this is just it's a rough game.
I fell asleep about halfway through the first half of this one. Yeah. Snooze fest all around. Getting tired of seeing the interoperability of tech and data as a top 32 trend every year.
I do think that the issue of interoperability, I know it's over and over every year we hear it, blah, blah, blah. Actually, this is the year. From DC, we know this is the year. Because CMS just issued I think it's a final rule, but basically they just issued rules that penalize anybody in the healthcare system who gets Medicare money. Any of them can be penalized for blocking the transfer of information. So we've had anti-blockage rules from ONC, but there's no teeth behind them, and nobody, there's no regulatory teeth. Now there's some teeth. So there's a recognition that this needs to happen.
The game just got more interesting. I appreciate it.
Far more interesting.
Yeah.
Data security is a huge issue, and I don't know that the regulatory changes are going to be fast enough to make a difference.
There's a problem around the complexity of pricing for healthcare services, and transparency doesn't necessarily solve that.
So I think pricing transparency is an accelerant for value-based care, because I think those are the systems who would benefit most from that transition.
Price transparency alone isn't going to take us in the direction we want to go. I mean, it's going to, most consumers think that the highest price equals the best quality. Well, we know, looking at data and studies have shown that there is really no correlation, frankly, between the quality and pricing.
Red, regulatory impact on data security. Black, real impact of price transparency.
For personalization of medicine, isn't it 23andMe that is just about to get delisted? And all the promise of understanding your genetic profile and what that could mean for your health. I think we just didn't figure out a way to use the information and actually incorporate it into daily life or incorporate it into your overall care. And I think that's a challenge of personalization of medicine.
When companies like Apple get into this game, which they are in big time, I mean, you never know what's going to come out of that. And that it has become much more ubiquitous for people to just feel like there's technology that can help them do things that in the past they had to go to their doctor for.
Platformization is, the answer for consumers on the digital health side, and ultimately I think that will win the day and drive more consolidation of digital health companies.
Red, consolidation of the digital health space, versus black, the personalization of medicine. Black.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, say it again?
2-2. Red is the consolidation of digital health.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Personalization of medicine. All right. Not a big switch. Okay.
Right in the right.